Heather is out at the State Fair, day 8 at the big fair, and it's Seniors Day. Lots of discounts for seniors, special programs planned around fitness and music, too.
And Heather is live at the fair today at the Agriculture-Horticulture building. Should be another busy day. Hi, Heather.
Hey guys, great morning out here. We had a couple of sprinkles out, but it looks like the sun is coming out here. We're kind of lucky to be inside the Ag Hort building. Doors just opened about a minute ago. I have to tell you, it's really fun to come inside these buildings before everybody's here. It gave me a chance to check out all the crop art up close and personal. The State Fair this year has been breaking all kinds of attendance records, and I have to wonder if some of that is due to the weather outside. I mean, just Tuesday, another record went down. It's the third one that they've had this year. You know, there's already a ton of people bursting into this building, so you have to think more are going to come out. This is one of the older buildings here at the State Fair. Been around for 70 years or so. The Agriculture-Horticulture, say that fast 3 times, building is open from 9 until 9, and they have so much cool stuff out here. They have the craft beer, they have the award-winning fruits and veggies, the giant pumpkin, which is on the smaller side this year, weighing in at 971 pounds. All kinds of floral arrangements, all kinds of apples. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later in the show, but one of the things that's really amazing when you walk in, it's really a showstopper, is what's right behind me. The Minnesota florists have put together a sort of Prince-inspired local legends. I think Mike Augustinak referred to it as one of the largest wedding receptions that he would have ever seen right back there. But if you love pink and purple, if you love Prince, you're going to need to stop by here today. We're going to be talking with Bachman's in just a little bit about all the cool things that you can see out in this building.
Very cool. It's beautiful in there. Thanks, Heather. Look forward to all the stuff she's going to show us inside one of the more underrated buildings at the fair.
For sure.
Yeah. Heather is out in really one of my favorite spots. I was over there yesterday, Heather. You know I love this area.
Great. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful in here today, and we get a chance to talk about apples, which is very exciting because we are right in the thick of the early season. We have Karen Lanthier from Minnesota Grown. We also have John Jacobson from Pine Tree Apple Orchard out in White Bear Lake. Thank you both so much for talking to us today.
Well, yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, so tell us about these early season apples.
So what's wonderful is Minnesota has some great early season apple varieties that you can start enjoying now before Labor Day hits. Get out there with the family to the orchard. Come to the State Fair and try testing and tasting some of these apples right now.
Gotcha. Okay, so what are these? What are these delicious varieties Karen is talking about?
Well, she's talking about First Kiss, which is the new kid on the block. Sweet Tango is going to be available probably on the weekend at Pine Tree. Zestar is another great Minnesota variety. So we've got these 3 great Minnesota varieties available for us right now.
What's your favorite? What are you going to say?
I just had First Kiss the other day, and it was great because when you bite into some of these early varieties, there's that crisp crunch, but then tons of juiciness. So if you're a fan of crisp, crunch, juicy, I mean, you're going to love a lot of these varieties.
They taste a little different this time of year, don't they?
Yes, the early season varieties have a tendency to be maybe a little bit on the tartar side until you run into like Honeycrisp, which is going to be a mid-September apple, and that's a little bit sweeter. But the palate of the Minnesota apple eater is such that they accept a kind of a wide variety of tastes. So
we're very accepting here. Talk to me a little bit about how the weather has affected you. I mean, this is perfect ripening weather now, but this summer wasn't so great.
Well, as we all know, we've had plenty of moisture. There seems to have been a few of the storms that we've had around that have spotty hail, you know, at some areas around the state. I think as it goes, though, most of the apple growers are going to have a very above average crop, so I think we're looking good. Might be a little bit delayed because of the spring. You know, we have our typical April snowstorm now. That delayed us a little bit, but all in all, I think that once we hit into September, things will be fabulous.
You open right before the fair.
We open the Wednesday before the State Fair, and we've got a great selection of varieties right now.
And Karen, real quick, how many orchards do we have here in Minnesota?
So across Minnesota, we have nearly 120 apple orchards. No matter where you live, you can find an apple orchard near you to go to with your family, with your friends, and just use the Minnesota Grown directory. We've got an online version and a printed, so you'll be able to find it real easy.
Awesome, great. Karen Lanthier from Minnesota Grown, John Jacobson, Pine Tree Apple Orchard. Thanks so much for coming in today. So we got one more for you, Jason, coming up. It's going to be a good one.
Okay, we'll see you in a couple minutes, Heather. Thank you. All right, Thursday at the fair. Let's check in one more time with Heather. She is at the Agriculture-Horticulture building. We knew you'd get something to drink over there, Heather.
Yeah, I'm not going to miss out on this. Cider, right? So we're here with Peter Gillitzer, who is with Milk and Honey Ciders out of St. Joseph. We can't drink the cider here, though, but where can we find it here on the fairgrounds?
Yeah, so we can find it over at the Ballpark Cafe just down the road. We have some of our members pouring there.
So tell us a little bit about who's here today. Who are you talking about? Because you are representing today the Minnesota Cider Guild.
Yeah, we're a group of 15 cider makers of the fermented kind, the hard kind. Across the state, we have both urban cideries and rural orchard-based cideries. We're scattered across the state from Duluth down to La Crescent. And many of us have sampling rooms, tasting rooms. You can come walk the orchards, enjoy a glass, see how cider is made and produced.
Cider is really an old school drink. I mean, we're talking about old school hundreds of years ago, kind of dropped off and then really has made a resurgence probably in the last, 10 years or so?
Yeah, absolutely. It is an older beverage. When this continent was colonized by Europeans, they brought apple trees over and made cider of the fermented kind. And then sort of with Prohibition, it fell off. There was more interest in industrial beverages like beer. And so really in the last 10 years, we've realized that, this is an important historical and cultural beverage. We can grow great apples here in Minnesota.
Sure can.
And let's do this, So.
And you have an event coming up in Jordan in October. You want to talk about?
Yeah, so October 26th, so we're just half hour south of the metro. You can come out and on an orchard amongst the trees. We are going to be pouring cider. It's $35 for unlimited sampling, and all of the members will be here plus guests.
All right, okay, so go visit Peter up in St. Joseph, Milk and Honey Ciders, and we're going to head over to the Ballpark Cafe to get our drink. Thanks, Peter.
Yep, thank you.
That is always
Jason,
a good move,
yep.
Heather. Yes, very good.
Sure is.
Fun stuff. Thank you.
Spent a lot of time there.